This is the story of Seo-jun, where he grew stronger by farming and evolving his pets by giving them his special juice, making them thick. Thick. What the? In the previous episode, we saw how, after eating Seo-jun's blue cherry tomatoes, our tower manager grew thicker and became all lovey-dovey, starting to kiss Seo-jun from her crystal ball and just couldn't get enough of him. Meanwhile, Seo-jun was facing challenges in taking care of the baby rabbits in Theo's absence. On the other hand, Theo embarked on a journey to the 38th floor with the intention of selling cherry tomatoes. Little did he know that 3 silver wolves were silently tailing him. These wolves were on a quest to retrieve the straw hat that Theo had purchased from the black market. To make things even more interesting, the diligent police fox, Zeraf, was keeping a close watch on the 3 silver wolves, adding a layer of mystery to the unfolding events. On a lovely sunlit day, the shovel rabbit was hard at work, digging into the earth. Meanwhile, the cart rabbit diligently piled up the excavated soil into his cart. Right beside them, the warrior rabbit, with determined swings, was hammering the ground, making it more even and suitable for planting. So guys, today's goal is 7,000 likes, so please like and subscribe to support the channel. Now let's continue. Zooming out, we could see both the mommy bear and the baby bear also busy at work, fixing the soil that had been disrupted during the previous blue moon's chaos caused by the buffalo. Seo-jun stood there cheering them on and expressing his gratitude to the mommy bear for her assistance. In a flash, the once hilly piles of dirt were leveled, and the field above the cave was all set for planting. Seo-jun's excitement was palpable as he reached into a red pouch. When he opened it, it revealed a sparkling abundance of peanut seed. The sight of those seeds brought smiles to the faces of Seo-jun and his furry companion. Seo-jun began sowing the peanut seeds across the prepared field. The husband and white rabbits were right behind him, watering the freshly sown seeds, while the cart rabbit, with a contented grin, observed Seo-jun's efforts. The shovel rabbit tirelessly continued to dig, ensuring that the field was perfectly ready for Seo-jun to sow his seeds. After a while of hard work, Seo-jun wiped the sweat from his brow and turned around to see all the peanut seeds neatly sown across the ground. With a cheerful tone, he remarked to the husband rabbit that increasing his agility had truly paid off. It had significantly boosted his work speed, allowing him to plant all the peanut seeds in just a few hours. Seo-jun attributed this remarkable speed not only to his improved agility, but also to the magical straw hat, which provided him with nearly infinite stamina exclusively for farming. The husband rabbit responded with a happy smile, genuinely pleased with Seo-jun's success. The narration then takes us back in time, showing us how Seo-jun acquired these peanut seeds. On the previous day, when the seed store opened, 3 seed options lay before Seo-jun: radish seeds, cucumber seeds, and peanut seeds. After careful consideration, he decided to purchase peanut seeds. His choice was influenced by a YouTube video he had watched, which highlighted peanuts as an excellent crop for soil restoration, something he urgently needed to address the condition of the soil above the ground. Despite his initial inclination to buy cucumber seeds, he ultimately bought 1,000 peanut seeds for 5 tower coin. However, there had been a pleasant surprise waiting for Seo-jun. The system had notified him that he had accumulated 100 seed store points, allowing him to increase his seed store level. This revelation left Seo-jun astonished, and he promptly upgraded his seed store level. As a result, the system informed him that he had been promoted from a rookie to a commoner. With this new status, he could now choose from 4 types of seeds instead of the usual 3. Furthermore, he gained the privilege to purchase an unlimited quantity of seeds from the seed store, although there was still a maximum spending limit of 5 tower coins per month. After completing this transaction, Seo-jun received his precious peanut seed. Now, standing there with his bag full of peanut seeds, Seo-jun wore an excited expression. He couldn't help but imagine what next month's visit to the seed store would bring. His mind buzzed with the possibilities of how many varieties of seeds he would be able to purchase and how his progress would more than double. The anticipation of what lay ahead left him positively thrilled. Returning to the present moment, Seo-jun found himself amidst a task. He was carefully collecting all the harvested corn plants, which were a part of his secret plan, as corn plants, once harvested, became useless as they couldn't be replanted. The baby bear, full of cheerfulness, lent a hand in carrying the corn plants, while the rabbit buddies observed the activity with happy expressions. As Seo-jun patted the baby bear, thanking him for his hard work, the baby bear responded happily in his own language. Seo-jun and his rabbit buddies then began placing the corn plants one by one on top of the exposed peanut seeds. Seo-jun explained that he had cut the corn leaves to create a cover for the peanut seeds, preventing moisture from evaporating. This precaution was necessary due to the constant 24-hour sunshine in their environment. Afterward, seated on the ground, Seo-jun took a corn and started separating the corn kernels, placing them in a bowl. Once he had finished, wiping his sweat away, the system notified him that his experience points had increased, along with his seed gathering level. Seo-jun was planning to soak the corn kernels in water to encourage germination before replanting them. However, before he could proceed, the baby rabbits approached him, and one of them began nibbling on the corn kernels in the bowl. Seo-jun quickly lifted the bowl, reminding them that the corn kernels were not for them to eat. Nevertheless, the baby rabbits persisted, climbing onto Seo-jun's body, eager for a taste. Seo-jun couldn't help but notice the baby rabbits looking a bit downhearted. Some even appeared quite bored. With Theo absent and everyone, including himself and the other rabbits, busy with farming, the baby rabbits had little to keep them entertained. Realizing their need for some fun, Seo-jun had a brilliant idea. Excitedly, he reached into his bag, declaring that he had a fun task for the baby rabbits. Their eyes sparkled with anticipation as they waited eagerly. Seo-jun wasted no time and got to work. Using empty seed pouches, he crafted 3 small backpacks and fashioned 3 miniature handbags from leftover cloth material. To fill these pouches, he added dried sweet potatoes and carrots. Now, the baby rabbits stood there, brimming with excitement, each holding one of these adorable snack-filled bags. One of them beamed proudly, while another sneakily nibbled on a piece of dried sweet potato. Observing them with a warm smile, Seo-jun couldn't help but comment on how cute they looked, like a group of kindergarten kids. With a smile, Seo-jun instructed the baby rabbits that their mission was to deliver these snacks to the hard-working adult rabbits. They eagerly prepared themselves and, with a wave to Seo-jun, indicated they were ready for action. Seo-jun, addressing them as supply units, shouted a playful command to march forward and complete their mission. The baby rabbits, filled with excitement, happily began their march, ready to deliver snacks to their rabbit companion. Next, we witnessed the heartwarming sight of the baby rabbits distributing snacks to their hardworking companions in the field. The working rabbits were clearly delighted, their faces lit up with happiness. The husband rabbit, full of pride, patted one of the baby rabbits on the back. The mommy rabbit wore a contented smile as she lovingly embraced a baby rabbit, her motherly heart swelling with pride. Meanwhile, the cart and sickle rabbits indulged in their snacks, savoring the treats. 2 other lively baby rabbits playfully scampered around the field, their joy infectious. From a distance, Seo-jun observed this heartwarming scene, and an idea began to form in his mind. He resolved to talk to Theo about purchasing some cute little outfits for the baby rabbits once he returned. As he imagined the baby rabbits dressed as a ship captain, a postman, and even a cute Cinderella, he couldn't help but chuckle. The mental image of these adorable baby rabbits in costumes brought a smile to his face. Yet he regretted that his phone's battery had run out, preventing him from capturing this charming scene for posterity. The scene shifted, and we found ox number 3 wandering through the vast lands with a heavy heart, a profound sadness etched on his face as he contemplated where he had discovered that extraordinary radish. His memories were foggy, and he couldn't recall anything that had happened since the arrival of the blue moon. What he did remember was that he had found the radish before the blue moon had graced the sky. In a flashback, we saw how the Ox King had reacted when he first laid eyes on the radish. The Ox King had gone absolutely wild with excitement. Clutching the radish in his massive hand, he had bombarded Ox number 3 with questions, demanding to know the origin of this peculiar root. However, Ox number 3's memory was hazy due to the effects of the blue moon, and all he could manage was a sweet, innocent smile. He admitted that he had discovered the radish somewhere outside the Ox King's territory, but couldn't remember precisely where. The Ox King had regarded the radish skeptically at first, but then, as if seized by an irresistible urge, he had taken a big bite. He chewed the radish slowly, his eyes wide, and the other oxen watched in envy with drool on their chins. Then, the unexpected occurred. The Ox King let out a resounding moo, his eyes bulging as if they might pop out of their sockets. He began to breathe heavily, and drool cascaded from his mouth. With both arms raised high, he shouted that the more he chewed this root, the sweeter it became. Incredibly, as he consumed the radish, his muscles began to bulge and grow, transforming him into a veritable mountain of muscle. all from the power of a single radish. Then, with heavy excitement, the Ox King grabbed Ox number 3's shoulder and started shaking him, asking him if he had to dig the ground or fly in the sky. He had to find the place from where he got this magical root, as the future of the Minotaur clan depended on it. He ordered Ox number 3 to find this place in the name of the pride of all the oxen, while Ox number 3 stood there confused. Now we're back in the present, and Ox number 3 stood expressionless, contemplating what to do next. After traveling for a while, he reached the border of the Ox King's territory and explained that one step from here, and the territory of the Crimson Bear would begin. He had no idea what would happen if the bear found him. Just as he pondered his next move, something unexpected occurred. Ox number 3 suddenly smelled a sweet fragrance in the air. Without knowing it, he instinctively followed the scent, and soon found himself in front of a farmland where Seo Jun had just planted peanuts and covered them with corn leaves. Seeing these green plants, Ox number 3 was shocked and bewildered. He immediately started eating some of them and gathered the plants. Before he could do anything more, the sweetness of the corn plant melted in his mouth, and he exclaimed how delicious it was. Without wasting a moment, he started gathering the crops. With each bite and every plant he harvested, Ox number 3's happiness grew. A radiant smile crossed his face as he considered what kind of plant this could be. He couldn't help but think of the joy the Ox King would experience upon seeing this bounty. With unmatched enthusiasm, Ox number 3 collected all the corn plants. Holding them high and dancing with glee, he made his way back into his territory. The sweet treasures he carried would surely bring immense delight to the Ox King and the entire Minotaur clan. Meanwhile, the Crimson Bear in her nest sensed something amiss. She abruptly stood up, fully alert, causing the baby bear who was sleeping beside her to tumble onto the ground. Confused and still half asleep, the baby bear wondered why his mother had awakened so suddenly. The mother bear was furious, her eyes blazing with anger, emitting a terrifying aura. On the other side, the tower manager was sipping Seo Jun's special juice while enjoying a hot bath in the spa. This spa was designed for adults, but due to her smaller size, she hadn't been able to use it until now. With her increased thickness, she finally got to savor its warmth. However, her relaxation was interrupted when she noticed someone calling out to her. At first, annoyance clouded her face as she wondered who had the audacity to disturb her bath. But when she saw that it was the Crimson Bear, her anger subsided. She inquired about what had happened with the bear. Upon learning that someone had invaded her territory, the tower manager's shock was evident, and her mouth hung open. Meanwhile, Seo Jun was in a deep slumber, completely unaware of the unfolding events. He lay on a bed made of onion leaves, with an eye cover crafted from the same leaves, and a trail of drool trickled from the corner of his mouth. It was the tower manager who eventually roused him from his peaceful sleep. As Seo Jun slowly opened his eyes, the tower manager hurriedly informed him about the Crimson Bear's report. Someone had invaded her territory and approached his cave. At that very moment, the Crimson Bear herself arrived near Seo Jun's cave, calling out for him. Seo Jun, feeling a bit anxious, contemplated his next move. Eventually, he decided to step outside with all his rabbit friends to investigate. To his relief, he found that his peanuts were unharmed this time, and the farmland was intact. However, there was a major problem. All the corn plants had mysteriously vanished. Someone had stolen every single one, leaving Seo Jun in complete shock. The sickle rabbit appeared disheartened, clutching a corn leaf, while one of the white rabbits seemed a bit frightened, as all their hard work had seemingly gone to waste. Seo Jun, perplexed and frustrated, held his head in his hands, wondering who could have done this and what to do next. Meanwhile, Theo had just arrived on the 38th floor, where he cheerfully greeted the hunters, unaware of the dangers awaits him. So, what do you think? Will the Ox King invade Seo Jun? When will the Queen Bee hatch? And what will happen to Theo? We will get to know in the next video. Thanks for watching, and give a purple heart if you watched till here. Goodbye.